Hey everybody, come on in. It's Porch, Settin Sunday. It's another day and another chance to sparkle. So keep a sparkle in your eye and a sparkle in your heart because it makes you beautiful. I wanted to come in today. Today is the weekend of Memorial Day. And I wanted to come in and say thank you to all the servicemen and women that fought, died for our country, and thank you to all the ones that are still working to keep our country safe. Thank you from the whole heart, not just the bottom, but the whole heart. So, come in today. My husband made chicken noodle soup. It is so good. He makes the best chicken noodle soup. And I worked 8 hours today and I'm so hungry. Let me show you the mountains. They're gorgeous. They're fully green now. And I apologize to you for not being here last weekend. I was a little under the weather. It's a hazy day. Can you see how hazy it is? But you can't see down the mountain now. The air conditioner's running so you all can hear that. You can't see down the mountain now for the trees. But you can see the ridge of the mountain. So, and you can see how pretty and green. I love these. Someone told me what those were a while back, but I can't remember. But anyway, it's just beautiful. Today, it's not too hot and it's not too cold. So, but anyway, hope y'all having a good weekend, a good Memorial Day weekend, and hope you're remembering those in your family that served in our military. And remember those that didn't serve. I'm thinking of my son today. He didn't serve in the military, but he was my son and I loved him, and I think about him on this Memorial Day. Today's a day that we moralize, is that how you say it? Moralize our ones that have passed on, but mainly it was for us to remember our military men and women that died and fought for our country. A way to memorialize them. So I salute those that fought and died, and I salute those that are still living, but they did fight for our country. I appreciate it so much. I love you and thank you so much. I come from a military family. My brother and my uncles were Marine, and my dad was in the Army. So let me get another bite of this soup. I want to start doing videos every day, and I don't edit, but I would love to do cooking videos. I don't know how to edit, and I've tried to teach myself. And I know I'm not too dumb to learn. I just am too dumb to teach myself. If I had someone else teach me, then I could probably do it. But there's no one. I've asked everywhere. The college doesn't teach it. But anyway, that's rude of me to eat. But I'm hungry. Okay, but anyway, I wanted to come in and tell a story about when I was a little girl, how all over the little town that I lived in, we would, or I would, drag a lawnmower all over the town I lived in and mow grass for 50 cents a yard. And that was when back when gasoline was 25 cents a gallon in the little town that I got, or that I lived in, that I grew up in. And I'd get me a gallon of gas, and I would drag that lawnmower all over the little town that I lived in and mow people's grass for 50 cents to $1 a yard. And then in the winter time, I would take a shovel and I would go and shovel people's sidewalks for 50 cents to $1 a sidewalk. And that's how I made money. Now at 9 years old, I started delivering newspapers. So I delivered newspapers up until from 9 years old to I think I was about 12 when I finally stopped. I started babysitting when I was 10 and 11. So I made money that way. I've always tried to make money. I've always been a worker. I've always worked. I used to clean my grandmother's toilet for 25 cents. I used to wash her dishes for 25 cents. In the summertime, I also would hunt night crawlers, and I would sell those for 25 to 50 cents a dozen. And so I've always tried to make money. When my dad would take us on vacation, he always knew to put a box in the back of the car because I was going to be collecting pop bottles, because you could get 3 cents a bottle out of them, 2 to 3 cents depending. So I always collected pop bottles everywhere I went. If we would go to Kentucky, I'd collect pop bottles. If we'd go to Pennsylvania, I'd collect pop bottles. Because that's the two places we went, Kentucky and Pennsylvania. We always went to see my mom's sister, which is my aunt. She had 2 sisters live in Kentucky. And then in Pennsylvania, my dad had an uncle, which was our great uncle, and we would go there to visit him. So I always did try to make money. When we went to Pennsylvania, was my favorite place to go because my great uncle owned a produce farm. So he grew corn and beans and tomatoes and watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew. And he always let us go in the fields, and we could go and eat all the honeydew, all the watermelon, and all of the cantaloupe that we wanted, as long as we didn't waste it. He said the first time he found some wasted, then we couldn't go anymore. So I would eat and eat and eat. I loved watermelon, loved honeydew, and I loved cantaloupe. My favorite was the watermelon. And so I would eat and eat and eat. Well, when I was 12 years old, I ate so much honeydew. And, you know, honeydew has more water in it than watermelon. But I ate so much honeydew that morning that I wet the bed that night. At 12 years old, I wet the bed. I could not believe it. I was so embarrassed that I did that. And so anyway, that's just some stories of when I was a little girl and how what I did to make money, things that I did, and there's still money out there to be made if you want to make it. It's even more so now. You can make more money for doing the same amount of work, because now instead of $1 a yard, you know, for a yard to mow grass for a yard, you can get anywhere from $25 to $30. So people that says they're hungry, or that they can't, you know, do this or can't do that, there is money out there to be made, unless you're disabled. And then if you're disabled, then yes, you can't make money that way. So just wanted to come in today and tell you all hi, I love you, and let me know what you think about maybe me vlogging a little bit, and maybe showing you a few quick, simple recipes. They may be 30 minutes long. And if you think that would be something you want to see, then let me know. I am going to do a few get ready chatty videos and things like that. So I hope you'll come back to my channel. I appreciate every one of you coming by and chatting with me, leaving comments. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, share me around, because I want to travel, and you're the only way I'm going to get to. Don't forget to ding the bell so that you'll be notified of every video that I put up, and I am going to try to start doing more videos. I love you guys, and I'll see you this week sometime. Be watching. Bye.